Good evening, folks. Welcome to tonight's game between the Houston Cougars and the Arkansas Razorbacks. And there are the starting lineups for each team.
We have a couple of true point guards running their team tonight, and they're running a show. This will be a treat for any basketball fan.
Tonight we've got two skilled big men that'll be going toe-to-toe with one another. Number 15 is a kid that's not afraid to go up and block a shot into the third row. He is always a presence inside.
The player we guarded tonight is more of a floor general type that runs the team on the floor, Brad.
Well, partner, I say let's get to the action on the court, and we'll see how this one plays out. All 10 players are set, and now for the tip.
Tips up, and the game is on, baby. Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
Young picks up the foul. First team foul. Oh, and he's not going to be happy with that call.
Well, it's a silly foul right there, but look at his face. His facial expression tells it all.
Both teams are looking to get something going here. Tries for two. Way off target. Looking for a good shot. He attempts the jump shot. Missed the jumper. The shooting guard with the ball. For the bucket, the lay-in. Eludes the trap there. Franklin receives the ball. Buries it home.
At least you make the highlights letting him do that.
They'll work it around the arc. A little two-man action. They look to get it to the inside. Pull-up jumper from way out. Oh, the cheerleaders into it big time for their team.
They are really involved. I'll tell you one thing, they bring a lot of spirit.
He buries it. It's the second shot. Gets the third. Dick, you got to be prepared when you go up against this team. They love to pressure in the full court.
Hey, you've got that right, Mr. Nessler. They like to get in your face and force you to commit turnovers.
Kicks it out. Ten seconds.
Great shot block right there. They had some good movement on the offensive side.
Thurman handles the feed. Here's the toss back out from the post.
I tell you, coach's dream when your post player can be an exceptional passer. Trying to go inside.
The shot from the baseline. He doesn't get the hoop to fall. Gave it up. Goes up for two. Up and in. Teams will play all sorts of tempos and styles these days, Dick. What are some of the characteristics of up-tempo teams?
Up-tempo teams really like to get possession of that ball off the glass and fill the lanes quickly. They want to be able to create numbers to get a 3-on-2, 4-on-3, 2-on-1 advantage.
On the dribble, gives it up. He shoots from the baseline. They're not doing a very good job of finding the hoop tonight, Dick.
Well, they're not working the ball around. They're not finding the open man.
All right, let's check in third member of our team again. Here's Erin Andrews.
Guys, if you haven't noticed, the coaches want the ball being pushed up the court. The tempo doesn't seem to be at a speed which is conducive to their style of play. Let's see how the players on the court react and make changes moving forward.
That's, of course, Erin Andrews, our correspondent on the sideline. He passes it out of the trap. With a quarterback pass. For two. The lay-in. Well, whose team tempo will win out? That's the question right here, Dick.
You know, Brad, tempo is always important. Every team has their philosophy, and it's up to the players to follow the game plan.
Goes up. I wonder if he's ever going to get any help from his teammates, Dick. He's doing it all and then some.
He's obviously carrying his team, Brad. His teammates need to follow his lead and join in on the action.
Using his side, he blocks the shot. Number 22 receives the ball. Work the perimeter.
Spacing so important. Get 15 to 17 feet apart.
The Cougars will step to the line for the first time. First one is no good. Second shot, no good. Williamson handles the pass.
Terrific block shot, though. He's a dominator blocking shots out of the interior.
And our trifecta for the night. Erin Andrews on the sideline with Dick Vitale. I'm Brad Nessler. Nice to have you along with us. The shooting guard with the ball. Gave it up. Good fake. 10 seconds showing on the shot clock. Thurman receives the pass. There's a high percentage shot.
Wow, what hops, baby, what hops.
And there's what the game tempo is looking like tonight.
A little half-court action and a little fast breaking, Brad. As a result, we have a balanced tempo reading.
Tries for two. Shots off the mark. Both teams looking to get things going here.
Up and inside.
On the shot clock for the bucket. Perfectly executed.
Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented guards like they have.
Yeah, that helps. Goes up strong, but that's an offensive foul.
On a terrific job on the defense to beat him in the spot, Mr. Nessler.
Rose makes his first appearance.
I tell you, this youngster can provide a spark on either side of the floor, Brad.
They've got him trapped here, Dick.
Hey, they got him in some trouble, Brad.
Now in transition. McDaniel receives the pass. The shot's off target. They work the perimeter.
Great anticipation defensively.
On the dribble, gives it up. Goes up for two. Up and in. There's sort of a snapshot of our game tempo.
Hey, currently the tempo is definitely on the high side, Brad. Handled the trap really well there, Brad.
They've got him trapped. Eludes the trap there. The defense senses a 5-second call. Defense forces a 5-second call. Number 30 coming in for the first time tonight.
He will give this defense a different kind of threat at this position. Smart move.
Now trying to feed the low block. Gets the feed down low. Now the turnaround jumper.
Nothing but nylon. Nice smooth turnaround jumper. The only negative, he's falling away. If he misses, he's got no rebound ability.
Dick, you got to be prepared when you go up against this team. They love to pressure in the full court.
Hey, you've got that right, Mr. Nessler. They like to get in your face and force you to commit turnovers.
He pushes it hard up the court.
That's a basket off the break, baby.
Dick, you got to be prepared when you go up against this team. They love to pressure in the full court.
Hey, you've got that right, Mr. Nessler. They like to get in your face and force you to commit turnovers.
Cross court. Goes up with it.
In and out with tough luck.
Jumper. He hits the tough shot.
I'll tell you, he's knocking him down with ease, Brad. He almost found himself in some trouble there, Brad.
They work it around the perimeter. Turnaround jumper.
I tell you, what a nice turnaround jump shot. Soft as velvet, fading away, impossible to block.
The small forward takes the pass. On the outside. They get that rejected. Dickens receives the pass. He dials long distance. Williams looks to record his first minutes.
He provides a nice push offensively and defensively for this part.
Let's check in courtside with Erin Andrews. Erin?
Well, guys, the difference in scoring jumps out at me. It's a matter of one guy focusing and taking advantage of his shot opportunities, and he's making the most of it.
Thanks, Erin. Our trusty sideline reporter, Erin Andrews, keeping everyone on their toes there on the sideline. Sinks them all. They've got him right where they want him, Richard.
Great pass out of the trap, man.
Tries for two, and he missed.
Dump it inside.
Tries to turn, and the defense comes up with a play.
What a terrific play to stop that spin move.
Nope. With a long bomb. They go into the low block. They go inside, and now back outside.
I tell you, inside-outside action always works.
Top of the circle, they work it around the perimeter. Cross court. In the clear. Misses the three ball. Dickens handles the feed. Inside. Ball comes back out from the post.
I tell you, Brad, you got to have a post player that anticipates and knows how to find the open man. I tell you, what a nice turnaround jump shot. Soft as velvet, fading away, impossible to block. Look at that spacing. A little frustration right there.
Stolen pass.
Hey, he read his eyes on that one, Brad.
On the outside. And has it rejected.
Defense did a great job with that blocked shot. Tempo of the game really important here. You want to establish some good tempo.
Gave it up. Turnaround jumper.
Nothing but nylon. Nice smooth turnaround jumper. The only negative, he's falling away. If he misses, he's got no rebounding ability.
Well, the coach doesn't like what he's seeing right now. He's calling a timeout. Williamson handles the pass. They go with the entry pass on the post. Turnaround jumper.
I'll tell you, what a nice turnaround jump shot. Soft as velvet, fading away, impossible to block.
Dick, you got to be prepared when you go up against this team. They love to pressure in the full court.
Hey, you've got that right, Mr. Nessler. They like to get in your face and force you to commit turnovers.
Number 22 receives the ball. And now there's a whistle. What a facial on that one. Young steps to the line for the first time. It's good. Oh, this man's in trouble. Escapes the trouble and makes a pass out.
I'll tell you, he missed the post guy. The post guy had the great angle, was locking on the box.
He looks at the hoop. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. The lay-in. Dick, you got to be prepared when you go up against this team. They love to pressure the full court.
Hey, you've got that right, Mr. Nessler. They like to get in your face and force you to commit turnovers.
That one's off. Pushes it up. For the bucket. Off the rim and no good. There's the tempo for the game thus far.
Two teams who are picking and choosing when they want to push the ball, Brad.
Working around the perimeter. He fires from long range. No. The small forward with the ball. Looking to move it around the perimeter. Goes up for two. Up and in. Dick, you got to be prepared when you go up against this team. They love to pressure in the full court.
Hey, you've got that right, Mr. Nessler. They like to get in your face and force you to commit turnovers.
Isolated on the outside. They're working around the arc, looking for the open jumper. Buries the deuce. McDaniel handles the pass. For two. And in and out. Looking for a good shot. Tries for two. They won't let that go. At the free throw line. Opportunity. Makes the first shot. You can't miss free throws, Dick. It's going to kill you somewhere down the line.
Well, you got to convert. That's the one thing, like football, special situations. You got to be able to execute there. That was really a nonchalant pass. Get that sucker out of the game, man.
Dick, you got to be prepared when you go up against this team. They love to pressure in the full court.
Hey, you've got that right, Mr. Nessler. They like to get in your face and force you to commit turnovers.
He takes the wide open shot. Scorches the net with a J. Take a look at this highlight, courtesy of Pontiac. Working it around the perimeter. He's in the clear. He is just lighting it up, Dick.
He's beating his man to the spot and hit the shots, Brad.
Franklin may have escaped one there. Dick, you got to be prepared when you go up against this team. They love to pressure the full court.
Hey, you've got that right, Mr. Nessler. They like to get in your face and force you to commit turnovers.
McDaniel receives the pass. For the bucket, way off target. Number 22 gets the ball. Goes up for two. Off the rim and no good. McDaniel receives the ball. They'd like to get it inside to the low block. Unable to so far. Nice job of packing it in defensively.
Yeah, they're really doing a great job packing it in. Did a great job of anticipating that lateral pass.
He can't get the hoop to fall. Moving it around the perimeter. With lots of room. Not a great decision there to shoot the ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was thinking there.
On the dribble, gives it up. That spin move not successful, Dick.
I did a great job on the defense, not allowing him to make that turn.
From three-point land. He drains it. Dick, you got to be prepared when you go up against this team. They love to pressure the full court.
Hey, you've got that right, Mr. Nessler. They like to get in your face and force you to commit turnovers.
Kicks it out. Turnaround jumper.
Nothing but nylon. Nice smooth turnaround jumper. The only negative, he's falling away. If he misses, he's got no rebounding ability.
Franklin may have escaped one there. Passes it out of the trap. The crowd begins to chant.
Who says there's no such thing as a home court advantage?
He passes it out of the trap. Cross court. For two. And he can't hit the shot. This is the easy one. The lay-in. As we continue to track the game's tempo.
These teams are selectively pushing the ball and looking for transition opportunities.
And a momentary look from three-point land. Ten seconds to put up a shot.
Little bump. Says, I like that. Now let's see if he can convert. I tell you, what an opportunity he's got right here. Because to me, this is a gift.
Got a move.
Oh, he drained it. Nothing but nylon, MBN.
Fed the low block. Great composure to pass it out of the trap. Too much. That's a foul. They're set to throw it in from the side. Now they work it around the perimeter. Buries it.
Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
Knocks it down.
What a great touch. Good baseline drive, squared his body. Well, here comes some pressure. Great composure to pass it despite the trap, Brad.
Looking for a good shot. They go with the entry pass on the post. Turnaround jumper. Strong rebound, and now looking to move it down court in a hurry.
Getting that quick outlet pass is so important for the fast break.
Deep
Block shot usually creates momentum and opportunities.
McDaniel handles the pass. They'll work it around the arc. He shoots from the top of the circle. 10 seconds on the clock. Number 40 takes the feed. Tries for two. Up and in. With the catch. Nice execution on the spin.
I tell you, great spin move to the basket.
There's a bad pass right to the defender. At the end of the first half, the Cougars trail by 5. It's a close one, folks. What have you got, Dick, as your play of the half?
There were some good highlights in that first half, but you got to look at this one. Watch how they got the ball inside for easy scores, which forced the defense to collapse, opening up the perimeter game.
Well, Dick, let's see what's in store for us here in the second half. Dick, it's all about teamwork, and as we start the second half and take a look at our player matchup update, it's pretty even.
I'll tell you, really great balance out there because you look at the Stars right now, they're getting the ball in the right place on the court where they can be effective.
For the bucket, the lay-in. He tries the jumper.
In and out with tough luck.
All right, let's check in third member of our team again. Here's Aaron Andrews.
One of the points of emphasis was creating and forcing turnovers, and they've done a pretty good job of this. It's now a matter of continuing to play in this matter. They've got you looking like a genius, Dick.
All right, thanks, Aaron. Work the perimeter.
Spacing so important. Get 15 to 17 feet apart.
Turnaround jumper.
I tell you, what a nice turnaround jump shot. Soft as velvet, fading away, impossible to block.
And this one's going to be a backcourt violation.
Got to make good decisions with the ball, Brad.
Dick, how's that backcourt comparison shaping up, do you think?
Hey, Brad, that's a question that these coaches should be asking themselves. How can they, as coaches, get the most out of their guards? Are they quick enough to pressure the opponent, or offensively, can they create off the dribble? To me, it's about finding the weaknesses and attacking them.
Let's go to the third member of our broadcast team. Here's Aaron Andrews.
Well, Brad and Dick, the coaching staff knew this would be a key heading into tonight's matchup. This is something they stressed during pregame, and it's something they're talking about on the benches right now. The message, get the ball inside. Guys, they're doing that.
I think she's right about that, Richie.
I'll tell you one thing, you better be able to establish post play because that gives you inside-outside action.
Here comes the ball screen.
Up and inside.
He takes the open jumper. He drills the long-range bomb. Dick, you got to be prepared when you go up against this team. They love to pressure the full court.
Hey, you've got that right, Mr. Nessler. They like to get in your face and force you to commit turnovers.
That spin move's not going to work against a defense like that.
I tell you, they did a great job scouting post play because they were really anticipating the spin.
Franklin handles the feed. The shot won't fall. Goes up for two. And he missed. For the bucket. Up and in. Dick, you got to be prepared when you go up against this team. They love to pressure the full court.
Hey, you've got that right, Mr. Nessler. They like to get in your face and force you to commit turnovers.
Cross court. For two. Doesn't go. Pushes it. Fast break opportunity here.
Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented guards like they have.
Yeah, that helps. He fakes the shot. The ball goes out of bounds. Boy, assist-to-turnover ratios are big, and that's a big turnover.
I'll tell you, they're turning the ball over too often. You can't win when you do that.
That's got some people out of their seats.
What a response. What enthusiasm.
A little two-man action. They go inside and now back outside.
I tell you, inside-outside action always works.
Puts up the J and come up short. They work the perimeter. Tries for two. The land. Williamson receives the pass. They work it around the perimeter.
Hey, he's what I call a skilled post player, Brad. When he's in a low post, he can score in many different ways. Very versatile. Back to the basket, facing up, and also has spin moves as well.
Thurman handles the pass for the bucket. Way off target. On the outside. He better get rid of it. The shooting guard with the ball. That spin move's not going to work against a defense like that.
I tell you, they did a great job scouting post play because they were really anticipating the spin.
Full court pass. Cross court. Will take the shot. Not a wise decision to take that shot there.
Brad, I can guarantee you that he's not the guy they want shooting the ball.
Down inside. Arm and foul. That one puts the personal in personal. Picks up the foul.
I tell you, poor play defensively. Look at the facial expression.
Here's the inbound play on the baseline.
Up and inside.
Goes up for two. He's got to pass those off, Dick.
He doesn't trust his teammates, Brad. Look at that spacing.
Stolen away. Franklin handles the feed. Cross court. Ten seconds on the clock. Gave it up. Goes up for two. Off the rim and no good. Up and in. Teams will play all sorts of tempos and styles these days, Dick. What are some of the characteristics of up-tempo teams?
Up-tempo teams typically have some great athletes, people that can really get out in transition, who really can run exceptionally well and also can jump exceptionally well.
He gets another shot off and in.
Hey, this show is about to start, Brad.
Great composure to pass it out of the trap. On the outside. Well, I think the coach is going to have to make some changes here, Dick. The players are starting to look with a sensational block. Too strong. Tries for two. Number 40 is called for the foul. Second personal foul. Opportunity now for an easy one. Gets his first. They have found their stroke at the stripe tonight, Dick.
This has always been an excellent free throw shooting bunch.
He makes them both. They're nailing the free ones tonight, Mr. Vitale.
Hey, this is where you win and lose games, Brad.
There's a look at the current tempo for the game.
A little half-court action and a little fast breaking, Brad. As a result, we have a balanced tempo reading.
A great trap initiated by the defense.
Hey, dodge one there, Brad.
Cross court. They go with the entry pass on the post. Turnaround jumper. He takes the rebound. And there's what the game tempo is looking like tonight.
It's definitely been a slower-paced game, Brad. Very few opportunities to push the ball.
Escapes the trouble and makes a pass out. The defense is really commanding the tempo.
Hey, they're keeping him out of sync.
The small forward gets the ball. Ten seconds on the clock. The small forward receives the ball for the bucket.
I wish somebody would knock down a jumper. Hey, that guy had 1,400 on his boards. And look at him running out there like a wacko. Oh, man. Look at that wacko.
All right, let's check in third member of our team again. Here's Aaron Andrews.
Well, Brad, in regards to our player matchup, it's a matter of one guy focusing and taking advantage of shot opportunities. He seems to be making the most of it tonight.
Aaron Andrews, our sideline correspondent, as usual, providing that extra bit of insight.
Escape the trap. I'll tell you, he missed the post guy. The post guy had the great angle, was locking on the box.
Ten seconds on the shot clock. And they get the turnover. They push it up on the break. Got a guy right on him on the pass. Gets the feed down low. Now the turnaround jumper. He grabs the rebound. They're working around the perimeter. Steals a pass. Pushing in transition. Goes up for two. What should they do here, Dick?
I'd call a timeout and see what's going on out there. There's definitely some miscommunication happening.
A great trap initiated by the defense. Great composure to pass it out of the trap. Crawford receives the ball. For two. The lane. There's sort of a snapshot of our game tempo.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Brad. The pace of this game has been remarkable.
Timeout. We'll take one, too. We'll be back in a moment. I look for something different here coming out of this timeout, Dick.
I wouldn't doubt it, Brad.
We're going to move it around the perimeter. Seconds on the clock. He takes the open jumper. Number 40 from downtown. Isolated on the outside. They're working around the arc looking for the open jumper. They get an open look for three. Questionable shot selection there.
I don't think the coach wants him taking that shot.
Young receives the ball. On the dribble, gives it up. 10 seconds to get it off. Takes the shot. He can't get the bucket to fall. Thurman receives the ball. Gave it up. He can't get any more open than that. Misses on a chance for three. On the dribble, gives it up. Shoots. McDaniel. The basket counts for the deuce, and they'll send him to the line.
He's a meat and potatoes kind of guy, Brad.
Was the made basket the meat or the potato stick?
Hey, that was the meat and the potatoes. Now he's going to the line for the gravy.
Cashed it in. They've got him right where they want him. Richard Beck may have escaped one there. Passes it out of the trap. Intercepted. Young handles the feed. Shoots from outside. And they don't score there either. Trying to feed the low block. He beats him to the punch defensively.
What a terrific job. Footwork really excellent on a post player.
Stewart handles the pass. Up and in. Really pressuring the inbounder. Dick, you got to be prepared when you go up against this team. They love to pressure the full court.
Hey, you've got that right, Mr. Nessler. They like to get in your face and force you to commit turnovers.
The pass is ripped away.
He broke out just in time.
He's all alone. He misses the jumper. Number 22 gets the pass.
I love that block shot, Brad. Really gives you a lot of momentum.
Gave it up. I think this one's going the other way.
Good call by the refs.
That's probably why you're out of coaching. Too many points off turnovers.
I'll tell you one thing. That leads you to the exit sign. No question. You get the ziggy. I'll tell you, you got to protect the basketball. You can't turn it over.
The ziggy. I love that. He puts up the J. Scorches the net with a J. Looking for a good shot. Knocked out of there. Blocked. Oh, yes. Oh, this man's in trouble. Franklin may have escaped one there. Traps in place, Dick. Passes it out of the trap. Franklin may have escaped one there. Great defense. McDaniel receives the pass. Cross court. They get an open three. He couldn't get it to fall. Pushes it up. Tries for two. The lay-in. For the bucket. No good from the field. Pushes it up. Takes a medium-range jumper. He's taking a lot of bad shots out there, Dick.
I know he's trying to catch fire, Brad, but it's just not there.
On the dribble, gives it up. He could not get more wide open. He's typically a good shooter.
Yeah, but not tonight. He's got to accept that.
Goes up for two with the layup. Williamson handles the pass.
If they can get off some good shots and easy buckets, it might turn around this awful stretch of shooting for them, Brad.
Easier said than done, though, right now, Dick. Gave it up. Ball comes back out from the post.
I tell you, Brad, you got to have a post player that anticipates and knows how to find the open man.
10 on the shot clock. Franklin receives the ball. Foul called. And we get a look here at our foul and timeout situation.
Hey, Brad, many games are lost because coaches fail to manage the clock. Possession or timeout situation. Let's see how these coaches fare tonight.
Makes the first. He can't get one to fall. Good. The small forward takes the feed. The ending to this one might be headline news in tomorrow's paper.
I call these ones knee knockers, Brad. Close games that can easily go down to the final second.
He drains the bucket. Working it around the perimeter. They go with the entry pass on the post. Turnaround jumper. They're simply dominating in the rebounding category.
Of course, they're out hustling them.
Dickens handles the feed. They'd like to get it inside to the low block. Unable to so far. Nice job of packing it in defensively.
Yeah, they're really doing a great job packing it in. Did a great job of anticipating that lateral pass.
They'll throw this one in from the side. Crawford handles the pass. Dumps it in. Now he faces up on the low block.
I think it's great when you got a post player that can face up on a defensive player and attack the basket.
On the dribble, gives it up. Tries for two. He hacked it. He goes to the line for the first time. Misses the first shot. Second shot, good. Dick, they're really getting it done from the line tonight, aren't they?
And a surprisingly collective effort, Brad.
Pushes it up. Franklin may have escaped one there. Kicks it out. For the deuce. Off the rim and no good. McDaniel receives the ball. Moving it around the perimeter. For two. Rims out. Up and in. So timeout on the floor, and that gives us a break to go courtside. Here's Aaron.
Brad and Dick, with limited time remaining, the coaches will have to figure out their offensive and defensive strategies for the next few possessions. What they will discuss or fail to discuss during this timeout could be the difference, guys.
Well, nobody said coaching was going to be easy, did they, Dick?
Wow, if people only knew. There are just so many parts and components, and they all have to work together. And a lot of the time, it's the coach who's ultimately responsible. Coaching definitely speeds up the aging process.
The shooting guard gets the ball. For the bucket, the lay-in.
I knew this was going to be a dandy, baby.
The lead is down to 3. Goes up for 2. Up and in. Timeout's called.
Time is not on their side right now, Brad. They need some big shots, baby.
Let's get back out on the floor. Cross court. Tries for 2. Off the mark. Shot clock is dead.
They have to foul to send them to the line and hope they miss.
That's a matter of clock management, isn't it? And they continue to foul to stop the clock.
Brad, I think they'll continue to do so in an attempt to get back in the ball game. They should look to foul the opponent's weakest free throw shooter.
Franklin has fouled out. And yet another foul. Foul, and that stops the clock again. Chance for an easy one. Sinks it. They're shooting extremely well from the stripe tonight, Dick.
Yeah, they're making their coaches look good for making them shoot extra free throws every day.
Sinks it.
They really need a score here to turn this into a one-possession game.
What would you be saying to your team, Dick, right now if you were on the sideline?
I've been telling them to play tough on the defensive end. Right now, getting stops are a key. Just trading baskets isn't going to help. You need to keep your opponent from putting up points. I'd also make sure everyone knew what we were doing on offense. You need to have all 5 guys working together if you want to execute down the stretch.
Looks like we're ready to step back out onto the court. The lead is 5. What happens now, Dick?
Well, this is where momentum can swing in your favor or go against you, enough to blow your game.
Young receives the ball. He shoots from the top of the circle. Dick, he's just taking too many bad shots.
And I don't think he's done yet, Brad.
Dick, for the people at home, why don't you recap our points of emphasis?
I look at these points of emphasis and actually grade a team based on whether they accomplished any of them or not. Based on my experience, teams who can't achieve most of these keys will have a good performance, simply because they're playing their style and within themselves.
Folks, it's all about controlling the tempo. If your team is playing their style of play, usually good things are going to happen. Dick, we can talk about matchups all we want, but really it's not just always a one-on-one matchup. There's a lot of guys out there contributing.
Yeah, there really are. You got to play as a unit. It's all about the team. That's what gets you to the winner's circle.
Arkansas wins in this very competitive outing tonight.
With two teams like this, you knew the game was going to be close.
That's going to do it for us, folks. Thanks for being along. For Dick Vitale and Aaron Andrews, I'm Brad Nessler.